I'm here. Okay? Safe. Alive, anyway, so, see? Evidence. It is Friday, April or something. The President of America has just suggested that people inject themselves with bleach, so that's the news. I haven't been able to get hold of a front page to hold up like in a hostage situation, so that'll have to, yeah. And yes, correct. I have been ignoring you, purposefully ignoring all of your calls and text messages and all of Dad's calls and text messages and all of your friends' calls and text messages. And yes, I did hear them all screaming that you thought I was dead in a ditch or clinging to life in an IC unit. And I mean, yes, I got that, but what I was really hoping, what I really thought, well, I was really hoping was that you would take the hint, if I'm honest. But it would seem not. So, just to make it crystal clear, I am still not talking to you. We are still not on speaking terms. And honestly, I don't understand why a global pandemic should change that. I don't see why a major health emergency should interrupt what has been, for me at least, a blessed relief. A very enjoyable and pleasing silence. Not being judged, not being pressured, not having every decision I have ever made criticised and interrogated. It's actually one of the few positives of this lockdown. I can hide. I can breathe. I can be free from you. I don't have your voice in my head telling me everything I've got wrong in my life and that you're both so disappointed with my choices. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, Dad said the last time I spoke to him, he's not disappointed. He whispered it, but he still said it. So, there. If you don't believe me, take that up with him. Think he's towing the official line? Well, think again. And this is exactly why I've decided to record a message, because it is impossible to talk to you. There can never be a dialogue between us. We cannot be having a normal, sane, human, two-way conversation. Can we? No, is the answer. No, we never could. You don't listen. You don't let me finish. You speak over me. You twist. You make me say things I don't mean to say, things I don't mean to mean. And yeah, oh God, it has been such a relief, such a release these past few months, not getting drawn in, sucked in to your nonsense, to this acrimony. And that's because I have the control now. Them's the rules. Forced separation. I have the control. And so I am much calmer now. More at peace, zen, free from your toxic influence. I don't get angry anymore. I don't get judgy. I don't get hypercritical. I don't blame my failings on other people, which I used to do. And that is your fault. Don't be a doctor, be a lawyer. Why are you choosing such a hard life for yourself? Gosh, you're so selfish. It's not just you, it's everyone around you that you're affecting. Just make money and be safe. Oh, don't go out with Michael. He's too left-wing and he's from Cyprus. You can't trust anyone from Cyprus. What does that even mean? Okay, maybe it was a little bit my fault. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten so emotional and dramatic. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that I hated you and everything you stood for. You just really wind me up. I don't know why you can't just be happy for me. Michael says it's because you want the best for me, and you have very high standards, so you're always pushing me to improve, and that's why I'm so hard on myself. Michael. Who asked him to be so understanding and astute? It's incredibly irritating of him, actually. I don't think he realises. If only he could be more astute about that. When I tell him about when I was younger, how you used to only put 1.5 potatoes on my plate, and new potatoes, tiny ones, and that you were, you said that I had to learn the value of restraint. Do you know what he says to me? He says, that's what you do to me. You are always controlling my portions. And I say, yes, for your own good. And he goes, And then when I said, no, you don't know that woman. You don't know what she's like. It's not for my own good. It's for her good. And it's to punish me. He goes, yeah, and what about all of the masks and the gloves that she ordered for you from Germany without being asked to? What about all of the meals she keeps leaving on the front doorstep? And then I said, what about that note? What about that insane note? I saw that the neighbours had some young people to stay, and I thought, oh, that would be nice. What young people do I know? And then I thought of you. And he goes, what's wrong with that? And I said, how long was the gap? How long was the gap between you thinking, what people do I know, and thinking of me? I think you're right. Maybe he is a bad influence. What kind of a father is he going to be to our child? Sorry, yeah, 3 months. I suppose now's as good a time as any to tell you about that. You would agree with him about my work, though. He's worried sick every time I leave the house. Well, I say to him that it's my job, and I don't see it like that on the front line. It's work. We had this old guy come in the other day. He was 96, flew planes in the war or something. He said to me, some generations come of age during a major crisis and it's their turn to step up. We did it, and now it's your turn. I fought for him to get a ventilator, but the ICU was full and he didn't fit the criteria. So he would have been taking someone else's spot. So I held his hand and I waited for him to pass. When I phoned his daughter, she wouldn't believe me. She said if she couldn't see the body, she wouldn't accept that he was dead. I had to take a video of him and send it to her before she would believe me. Proof. Anyway, this recording is for you. Not proof of death, but of life. I'm still here, still up and running, as Dad would say. So, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Okay?